A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a highly anticipated showdown, Democratic Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota and Republican Senator J.D. Vance of Ohio are set to face off in their first and only debate this Tuesday. This debate comes at a pivotal moment in the political landscape, where both candidates aim to reshape the narrative leading up to the elections. Traditionally, vice presidential candidates have played the role of attack dogs, aggressively targeting their opponents to allow their running mates to maintain a more dignified stance. However, the political climate has shifted since former President Donald Trump took office, challenging norms and expectations surrounding political debates. Walz, known for his sharp rhetoric, gained national attention by labeling rival Republicans as weird, a tactic that has resonated with many voters. Meanwhile, Vance has been vocal about immigration issues, notably spreading misinformation regarding Haitian immigrants in Ohio, a narrative that gained traction during Trump's debates. The stakes are high as both candidates look to appeal to the electorate, especially with the upcoming elections looming. Historically, vice presidential debates have been crucial in setting the tone for the election. The vice president holds significant responsibilities, from presiding over the Senate to breaking ties, a role that current Vice President Kamala Harris has performed with notable frequency, having cast a record 33 tie-breaking votes. The vice presidential role also includes the ceremonial duty of overseeing the certification of electoral results in Congress, a responsibility that was highlighted during the Capitol riots on January 6, 2021, when then Vice President Mike Pence faced threats from rioters. The vice presidential position is often viewed as a stepping stone to the presidency, with 9 vice presidents having ascended to the role following the death or resignation of a president. The 25th Amendment, ratified in 1967, clarifies the succession process, stating that the vice president becomes president in cases of presidential removal, death, or resignation. This context emphasizes the importance of the vice presidential debate, as voters consider whether candidates like Walz and Vance are prepared to step into the highest office if necessary. Political historian Joel K. Goldstein notes that recent events, including assassination attempts against Trump, have heightened the urgency of succession issues in the public's mind. However, many voters still perceive vice presidential nominees as extensions of their presidential candidates rather than as independent contenders for the presidency. Goldstein emphasizes the importance of evaluating the decision-making capabilities of the presidential nominee when selecting their running mate. Looking back at previous vice presidential debates, there have been moments that define the political landscape. In 1992, Admiral James Stockdale's confused opening statement, "Who am I? Why am I here?" became a defining moment of that election. In 2008, Sarah Palin's awkward attempts to address Joe Biden highlighted her unfamiliarity with the political arena. Similarly, during the 2020 debate, Kamala Harris's confident retort, "I'm speaking," to Mike Pence became a memorable moment, overshadowed only by a fly that landed on Pence's head. Despite the historical significance of vice presidential debates, their impact on election day outcomes has often been minimal. Political science professor Mark P. Jones suggests that voters primarily focus on the presidential nominee rather than their running mates. However, with the current political climate being so tight, especially in battleground states, even small shifts in voter opinion could prove crucial. The upcoming Walz-Vance debate is particularly significant as it may be the last opportunity for voters to see both candidates directly engage before the elections. Political analysts believe that both candidates will aim to avoid any major gaffes that could be replayed in the media, as the pressure mounts to deliver a strong performance. While Jones believes a race-altering blunder is unlikely, he acknowledges that it is always a possibility in high-stakes debates. In addition to the political landscape, other pressing issues are unfolding across the country. Monday marks the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation in Canada, a day dedicated to honoring the Indigenous children who suffered in residential schools. In British Columbia, a unanimous vote in the legislature adopted the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, a significant step toward justice for Indigenous communities. Tragedy struck in Bala, where a pedestrian was killed after being struck by an OPP cruiser. In the world of entertainment, country music legend Chris Christopherson has passed away, leaving behind a legacy of artistry and charisma. Meanwhile, Republicans are distancing themselves from Trump's recent derogatory comments about Kamala Harris, highlighting the ongoing tensions within the party. The southeastern U.S. continues to grapple with the aftermath of Hurricane Helene, as communities face rising death tolls and a desperate need for supplies. In a poignant moment, Brooke Ford shared her story of resilience at the CMHA Windsor-Essex Suicide Awareness Walk, drawing attention to mental health issues that affect many. Migrant groups are advocating for the federal government to reconsider its policies on international study permits, arguing that current restrictions leave many students in precarious situations. As the government faces pressure from various fronts, including demands from the Bloc Québécois to stave off elections, the political landscape remains charged and unpredictable. As the debate approaches, all eyes will be on Walz and Vance. With so much at stake, their performances could shape not just their political futures, but the direction of the nation as a whole. Voters are eager to see how these two candidates will articulate their visions and respond to the pressing issues facing the country. The debate is not just a formality. It is a critical moment that could influence the course of the upcoming election. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.